It's online.
Oh, we're live now. Okay.
We are live.
Doesn't really matter now.
We are live and in charge.
And
Yep.
not breaking up to a million pieces.
It's not breaking up to a million pieces. Franklin, go ahead and reset your little puzzle, unless you didn't do it.
Yeah, I gotta reset it. Hold on.
Reset.
Reset.
Do. We're live. We're live. We're live. We're live.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Indeed, indeed.
Hello, people.
Hello.
This is the second time you've seen me today.
And me, and Abigail.
And that's true. Abigail spent the whole day with us. How was that, Abigail?
I don't know. I have mixed opinions.
Sad.
Abigail really came for us.
I regret everything now.
No, don't. Sad.
I appreciate you. She did. Page to stage and this class, and each had two in it. So it was what it was. This was a fun class. I agree. I think.
They said 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is very fun.
I'm gonna give it like another minute before I start. So we're just.
Can we do this again next week?
No.
Aw.
I'm going to the beach.
Sarah's going to the beach. She'll be.
I gotta go.
She'll be sitting in the sand.
Lucky duck.
Lucky
I can't go to the beach during the summer. My
What?
parents are not summer beach people.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. There's just a bunch of people there, and they get claustrophobic because of it.
There are lots of people
Some
there.
people like mountains better.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a mountains person either. My idea of a good time is air conditioning.
Period.
Period.
Yes.
That's how it really happens.
Yes. But I actually would like to run like on the mountains at some point.
I
That
wanted
sounds
to. We were
hard.
supposed to go on a trip to the mountains, my family, and we had booked everything, the Airbnb and all this other stuff. And I was like, I'm just excited because I get to go run in the mountains. But I'm also scared of like mountain lions. Like, what if one of them catches you?
No, my
don't think
biggest
it's
thing
during the
is like
day.
you're either gonna go up and come straight down, or go straight down and come right back up.
From what?
The inclines and declines
Oh.
on the run.
Oh,
It's true.
he was talking about mountain lions.
I was talking about mountain lions. Franklin's over worried about the hills. I get you.
You guys should really be worried about the snow because it is a mountain, right?
I would
Yeah.
love snow.
Not in the
We're South
summer.
Carolinians. We would love snow.
In the snow. I just made up a song.
It was
Sarah's,
really good.
Sarah's real done with me, y'all. She's
He said, in the snow.
I'd also be willing to say that there is literally no live people here. Sorry.
there are. There's two.
No.
We got two. Say hi to them. Say hi, friends.
Hello.
Friends.
We've got to be engaging,
No friends.
or else
We're
they
all
won't know who we are. All right, let me get started because I wasted time.
Yes.
My name is Julian. Hello, Mr. Hembry. That's my boss. Thanks for
Oh,
this.
your boss. Oh no.
Abigail's about to like read me. Don't do it in front of my boss. Abigail. Anyways, my name is Julian. I was the lead instructor for this wonderful, exciting Commedia class. Me. Oh, reversed. Beside me is my assistant, Sarah.
It's me.
She kept me. Hey, Sally Best. Hey, Nathan the nerd. She kept me relevant
Yeah.
and on the know, and she handled all the technology things. There was issues, and I was like, Sarah, please help me. And then she did.
I try my best.
Hey.
Below me are our two students for this class.
Yay!
And I have to tell you, I was a little nervous because, especially with this kind of theater that we're about to show you, it's kind of the more the merrier. But it worked, and these two are funny people. Before we get started, let me give you a little background about what we did. So we this week studied the art form of Commedia dell'arte, and it's old Italian street art, right? So it's Italian street theater. It's mainly performed in like squares or like on the street, right? So they're essentially buskers, and they were little troops of 5 or 6 people that all played the same characters for years and years, and it's all improv, which means acting without a script or using your imagination without any preparation, right? So they would get the general outline of the show, and then they would perform, and then they would just go crazy. They have stock characters, which essentially are just characters that are the basic thing, right? So like you have the doctor or the smart servant or the greedy old man, right? So you have all of that stuff. So it's all very based in improv and physical comedy. And before I keep talking, Franklin, what is one thing you learned this week?
One thing I learned this week, in Commedia dell'arte, you don't necessarily express yourself, and at most with your words. It's all through your emotions, and that was because these street performers performed all around Europe during the Renaissance. And the only way that they can communicate with people who didn't speak the same language was through emotion. Emotion was at that time the universal language, so that's how they were able to communicate with everyone.
Yes. You just aced it. Class over.
A+.
So absolutely. So Franklin absolutely said it, right? So a lot of these times these troops would travel and they would go different places. And sometimes even they would have an issue, or they would have like their own dialects within the troupe. So they use their own language called Grommelot, which essentially is just gibberish, right? But they also use their emotions a ton to get what their point was, right? Because they didn't have the language to use. Abigail, what's one thing you learned?
I learned that each different character has a different overall thing that they mostly do in the show. Some characters actually end up having different walking, whether it be with their chest out first, their nose out first, their feet out first, or something ridiculous outfit. Overall, each character had their own different walking animation, their own different personality. So you can't just say this one character is really, really smart all the time, because usually they're not. They're really, really dumb.
Absolutely. You hit on like
you can't have like smart moments with these characters. You have lots and lots of dumb ones and maybe one intelligent one somewhere thrown in there.
Right. None of them are very smart. But you hit the nail on the head with 3 different things right there. So you talked about how each character has their own walk and their own shape, right? So all of these characters have things that they imitate, right? And they lead with a certain part of their body. And we actually did an exercise where I said, pretend like there's an invisible string tied to the tip of your nose, and that's how you have to walk. And then we changed to your chest and the back of your feet, your heels, and your elbows, right? So that you could feel these different character shapes that the characters had. And then absolutely, you hit it on the head too, right? These characters, stock characters, are very one level, right? So you're thinking they have one characteristic about them and that's it. And they don't really go any further than that. And unfortunately, that means that they're not very smart, which is okay. That's fine. But the really interesting thing about Commedia is it allows these characters to be put into different scenarios. So one thing that we did this week was I would let them break off into a room and I'm like, just create a scenario and add these emotions to it. and that was it, right? Because that's all Commedia is creating an art, right? And keeping the outline there, but not trying to put down any line. So we're gonna see 2 of their Commedia scenes right now. We're gonna mute ourselves. You guys ready? Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a big thumbs up. All right, so start with Frank. I think you guys are starting with Franklin's and then Abigail's.
Yeah.
Abigail, are you decorating your mask right now?
Yeah.
Abigail is a true multitasker. She says, I gotta get everything done, but I'll do it at the same time. You go, girl. We're gonna go to mute.
I'm done with this. And isn't it pretty?
It is very pretty. All right, you ready for your Abigail?
Okay.
And scene. And scene.
Yay.
Can you explain what happened in that scene for our friends that are watching?
Yes.
Probably had no idea what was going on.
So I was the uneducated doctor, otherwise known as Il Dottore, which is a classic Commedia
Doctor has no
dell'arte
idea what he's doing.
I misdiagnosed Abigail with a headache when she was having
Stomach
a
problem.
stomach ache, and I gave her the wrong medicine, which evidently made her, you know, do what you do when you have a stomach ache. And the scene was concluded by a Lazzi, where I came in. A Lazzi is basically a short Commedia dell'arte scene, which is designed to get the audience to laugh in a very quick time.
For example, somebody pulling up a chair from under somebody pulling up a chair from under somebody. That's essentially what a good example of a Lazzi is. Yeah.
So then I was sitting down, you know, I'm probably in like my apartment or whatever. And I'm just like, was that what no, oh God, I gave her the wrong medicine. Therefore, I tried to rush over back to her place to make sure she was okay, but she was, you know, doing what she was doing.
I'm not okay here.
So,
she was not okay.
No, she was not okay. I'm a horrible doctor, and I should probably get my medical doctorate taken away.
Do you have a medical doctorate?
No,
we don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know if he actually.
One of the things about Il Dottore was that no one knows if he was actually educated or not.
Right, he just is the doctor for some reason.
You were the doctor? No,
random man.
Like there, I read. Have y'all ever heard of like The Giver by Lois Lowry?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard of that. I've heard it and read it.
It's like a society where like at 13 or something, like they decide what you want to do. like like the society like
And
decides
for
to
some
do.
reason, and for some reason,
then
Jonas
basically-
was, and for some reason,
Like,
Jonas was trying to give her.
Yeah, but basically what
Just
basically
so-
probably what happened with Auditore was somebody said, all right, you're going to be a doctor despite the fact that you're uneducated.
You'll just
That
be,
feels like that's what happened, but we're not 100% sure.
you know,
Maybe
you
it
never
might
know.
apply to Capitano, but we don't know.
Oh, God.
You don't know.
Capitano. Good old Capitano.
Capitano is so. What happened?
I had one funny scene with Capitano. That was pretty fun.
The
He's
feather duster
character.
battle.
So
Feather duster battle. That might be fun.
the feather duster battle. So Abigail, y'all ready to do yours?
Yeah. Not nearly as fun as that. It's not nearly as entertaining as that one, though. I don't think. It is more smaller. That's for sure.
No apologizing.
I know. So Shane begins.
And scene.
So Abigail, tell us what happened.
Okay. Essentially, I was trying to solve a puzzle box, and I failed horribly. Then Franklin came in and did his magic and somehow solved it. I got angry, but he returned the box to me and he left. Apparently, I at some point in time mix it up all over again and then throw it against the wall because I'm so upset about it.
It's theater magic. That's how it works. So that is also interesting fact. Franklin can solve, and he did it.
Franklin apparently can solve a Rubik's Cube in like record time, and it's ridiculous.
He literally solved a Rubik's Cube in under 2 minutes just today. So
No, it was 4 under 2 minutes. 4 under 2 minutes.
Franklin is a Rubik's Cube person.
Meanwhile, I'm here stumped at how the heck he can pull it off.
Same.
Like months and months of practice. That's how you pull it off.
Same.
Months.
People say that, and I'm like, I don't even know where to start with a Rubik's Cube.
Nope.
No. The thing, like, I will give y'all one tip, though. YouTube tutorials are not the way to go.
Thanks for the tip.
Yeah.
Pro tip.
Thank
Pro
you.
tip, don't look at YouTube
Pro
for
tip,
that.
YouTube is full of garbage.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
don't say that. You're going to get us banned from YouTube.
No, yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Sorry. Praise our God.
Yeah, we already thought, yeah.
Please don't demonetize us should we ever post this on
Oh, what is happening?
Yeah.
Anyways, I had a good week, y'all. This was a fun time.
This was amazing.
I'm so glad that you allowed us to teach you some wonderful, exciting things about Commedia. You know, it's a fun little art form that I wish would make a return because I like it. I like it a lot. And funny enough, Columbia Children's Theater, us, we do a Commedia every summer. Now, this summer was a little different, but we do, our artistic director, Mr. Jerry Stevenson, will adapt an old story of Commedia, or an old like fairy tale into a Commedia version of it, and we present it every single summer. Last summer was Pinocchio.
Ooh, that makes sense with the big noses of old man.
Right. Then we actually have a virtual video a virtual video. We have a virtual showing of Hansel and Gretel that we did a few years back, all in our house. I learned a lot from the students. Yeah, look, you're teaching. They actually taught this class. I just sat here. It was them. I was like, teach me about Commedia, and they did. So I actually brought up the camp page so I can actually read it. So talk about camps. So July camps are out. They're up for registrations. We got a lot of cool ones, and I have them in front of me so I can give you all of them. For ages 3 to 5 years old, taught by Kathleen Pennyway, we have 3 camps. There's a Wheels on the Bus camp. Then there's a Pinkalicious camp that'll explore all of the classic book series. And there's a Where the Wild Things Are camp, which will explore all of the islands of wild things, right? Those camps are online, but you got imaginative play and screen breaks and all that other stuff, right? Things to do on your own. By Kathleen Pennyway, that's for 3 to 5 year olds. Then for students entering 1st through 10th grade, we have a Star Wars camp, the Force Away camps, because I'm sure Paul made that name. And it's all about Star Wars. Then we have another Puppets with Paul camp in July with puppets, and they're gonna talk about shadow, finger, hand, and even carnival style puppets, and you're gonna get activity boxes for those. Then you have improv for the actor, right? Where you're gonna learn how to improv, which is always fun. That's my favorite thing to do. Then for kids, people entering high school, 9th through 12th grade, we have another stage class taught by a published playwright, Ryan Stevens, right? And I will be the assistant in that camp. And your kids are gonna learn how to write a 10-minute play, which is awesome. Then we have a clown camp taught by the one and only Jonathan Monk, who is my favorite person. He went to Carnegie Mellon, and he's a clown, and I love it. And you're gonna get an activity box you're gonna get a little nose that will be provided for that. And you'll learn how to be a clown. And then there's also other exciting things. We're talking about, where'd you go? Oh, I can't find you anymore. We're talking about some fun, exciting musical theater opportunities. So keep us in mind. Keep us around for the summer. It's been a fun time. And I'm glad that you guys joined us, and I hope that you learned a little something. And go be weird. I don't know.
You're all ready.
All right. Until next time, friends. Bye-bye.